Now on CoastTV News.
More Milford housing where the growing city is eyeing new townhomes.
Plus, Selbyville housing surge. What officials in the Sussex County town are considering later today for a new housing development.
It's a cold start to our Monday. Temperatures are in the 30s, tracking sunshine, but big changes are coming. Milder temperatures, scattered showers, and then a big temperature plunge through Thanksgiving.
Bay Bridge buildup, what the Maryland Transportation Authority is advising ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Monday, November 24th, 2025. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly. Thank you for being up with us during this 5 o'clock hour.
Grace, we're in Thanksgiving week. I know some students, Cape Henlopen School District, they have a full week of break that is underway.
I'm a little jealous. I'm not a student anymore, but I feel like that just seems like a great chunk of time. Stay in with your family. We got some nice weather to look forward to this weekend as well.
Yeah, at least to start off with. Yeah, you're right about that.
Exactly. And turning now, speaking of weather, to First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono for a look at your forecast during this holiday week. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Grace and Matt. I used to love this week when I was in school. It was a short week and the holiday on the end of the week. And we have some dry conditions out there this morning. Pretty cold, too, away from the beaches. We're at 46 in Ocean City. And we're seeing clear skies across the area. High pressure back off to our west. So we're doing pretty well to start the week. We have sunshine today. We're going to be nice and dry. Temperatures across the area right now. We're at 33 Gumboro, 34 Laurel, 33 in Bridgeville. So you're going to need maybe a little time to warm up that car, maybe a little frost there this morning. Calm winds out there, and we're going to see plenty of sunshine through the day today. And then things are going to be changing as we go into our Tuesday. Clouds are going to be on the increase. Showers are going to be developing late Tuesday. And then Wednesday, a strong cold front is going to be pushing through the area. That will bring a round of rain, even possibly some thunderstorms. Then we turn dry and blustery. So the good news is we're looking dry for Thanksgiving, but temperatures are going to be plunging as we head towards the end of the week. So we begin in the 30s this morning, plenty of sunshine through the morning and afternoon. We'll see a temperature right around 53 by around your lunchtime, and we'll top out right around the mid, some of us in the upper 50s through the area. Winds will pick up a bit out of the northwest, anywhere between about 15 to 20 miles an hour. We'll talk more about the rain rolling in middle part of the week and that all-important Thanksgiving forecast just a little bit.
Thank you, Chris. Our top story this morning takes us to Milford. Carlisle Lane LLC hopes to transform a grassy lot into a 39 townhouse development off of Truett Avenue.
CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Milford. And Elisa, the city tells us that they say a decision is likely to be made tonight.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. We spoke with Milford City Mayor Todd Collada about the project proposed for this land, and he said tonight's city council meeting is actually going to be a final public hearing for that proposed development, which means we could either see a decision for or against this development to move forward. And previously, the owner of this property told CoastTV that the current plan calls for 8 units per acre, which is less dense than the city's 12 units per acre zoning allowance. Collada said he's hopeful that this development gets approved tonight, saying it will be good for the city. But back in August, the Milford Planning Commission voted to recommend that the city council deny the development here. Mayor Collada tells us because of that, tonight's decision would need a supermajority to pass, meaning 6 out of 8 council members must say yes. And that public hearing will be held at the meeting tonight at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
Lisa Weber live in Milford. Thank you for that. And also taking place at that city council meeting, the Carlisle Fire Company is asking for more money. According to the agenda, the council is expected to consider approving money for the company, and it would go towards a public safety enhancement fund. It's according to the agenda, and you may remember during the summer, the Carlisle Fire Company expressed concern over rapid growth, creating a larger need for emergency services in the area.
Happening today, Selbyville leaders are expected to discuss more housing in town. According to the agenda for the Planning and Zoning meeting, developers want to build a 32 single-family home community called Heron Cove. The neighborhood will be located at Lighthouse Road and Lynch Road. Selbyville leaders will gather today at 4 p.m. at Town Hall.
Across Delmarva, Pocomoke City police are searching for a gunman after shots were fired Saturday. Investigators say the person you see here fired several rounds at a car, which has been taken in for evidence. Police say it took place around 4:30 p.m. in the area of Bank Street and 6th Street.
Dover police say a man facing charges after they say he accidentally shot and killed another man. Police say Kenneth Collins was neglectingly handling a gun at Courtside Drive Apartments, causing it to fire and strike the other man. Police say Collins is barred from having guns because of a prior felony.
We're now taking a live look at the Bay Bridge. A bit quiet right now. A couple of cars going over. This is the connection over the Chesapeake Bay. We expect that traffic to increase as the week continues. And if you're heading over for Thanksgiving, the Maryland Transportation Authority wants you to plan ahead. They say two-way traffic operations may help ease delays, but it depends on weather and westbound traffic. On Tuesday, head out before 1 p.m. or after 8. Wednesday, it's before 9 a.m. or after 7. And as for Turkey Day, anytime before 10 a.m. or after 3. And this just in, new tensions surrounding the high-stakes peace talks between Russia and Ukraine.
The Trump administration is pressing Ukraine to accept a 28-point peace proposal by Thanksgiving. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how European allies and U.S. lawmakers have raised concerns about the potential deal.
In Ukraine, a difficult winter is closing in, with Russian strikes only increasing. Both sides are now targeting the other's heat and power grids. And as the U.S. works to broker a truce by Thanksgiving,
we've had probably the most productive and meaningful meeting so far.
President Trump injecting new tensions in a post accusing Ukraine's leadership of expressing zero gratitude for his administration's efforts, just as high-level U.S. and Ukraine delegations met in Geneva, with the Ukrainians voicing thanks.
We have very good progress, and we are moving forward to the just and lasting peace.
In a joint statement, the U.S. and Ukraine saying they had updated and refined the peace framework President Trump has been pressing for, despite its raising alarm among Ukrainian and European leadership and bipartisan lawmakers for favoring Russia, some even questioning whether it's a U.S. or a Russian proposal.
What the president has put out here is a plan that is very favorable to Russia.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio clarifying the U.S. did author the initial 28-point peace plan that runs counter to several top Ukrainian priorities, calling for Ukraine to give up a fifth of its territory, including portions Russia does not occupy, shrinking the Ukrainian military by about a third and blocking its path to join NATO. President Trump saying there is room to negotiate.
Is this your final offer to Ukraine?
No, not my final.
European allies pushing to strengthen the terms for Ukraine and weaken the risk of further Russian aggression. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Back here at home, schools across Sussex County preparing for or are already celebrating a Thanksgiving break. According to each district, students in the Cape Henlopen School District are off this whole week. That's now through Friday. The Indian River School District says Thanksgiving break takes place for them from Wednesday through Friday, and students at Wacomico County School District will also be off starting Wednesday. And for the Worcester County School District, they say students have off Wednesday through Friday.
Sussex County communities are also preparing for the Thanksgiving holiday. Rehoboth Beach says offices will close Thursday and Friday, with the tree lighting taking place Friday at 6:30 p.m. Looking forward to that one. Lewis City officials say offices will close on Thursday and Friday in Milton. According to the town's website, offices are only expected to close on Thursday. And Bethany Beach says offices will close Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving.
And we're just getting started here on this hour of CoastTV News Today.
Coming up, holiday blood shortage. How low is the blood bank of Delmarva supply heading into Thanksgiving week?
Also, clearing coastal channel. We'll look at the progress being made in the Worcester County dredging project.
Still ahead, Black Friday boom. Got the big numbers projected for Christmas shopping over the next week. And First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono is tracking some cold morning temperatures in the Weather Center, and we check in with him next.
Good Monday morning, Delmarva. Hope the weekend treated you well. We certainly did pretty good weather-wise, especially yesterday, and we're going to carry sunshine into the day today as we take a live look through Dover. 44 degrees, a little cool away from the beaches. We're at 34 Seaford, 33 in Delmar and Salisbury, 35 Ocean Pines to 42 in Bethany Beach. We're going to stay nice and dry and clear to start the week, but things are going to be changing. Clouds are going to be increasing tonight ahead of a system that will bring scattered showers primarily tomorrow afternoon through the evening, and then a strong cold front is going to be pushing through, bringing a chance of showers and maybe even a thunderstorm Wednesday, and then we dry things out just in time for Thanksgiving. So temperatures today are going to be right in the mid-50s through Lewis, Rehoboth, Dewey Beach, 54, mostly sunny skies. Northwest winds will gust at times to 20 miles an hour. We'll talk more about the rain and that all-important Thanksgiving forecast here in minutes. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. And a quick heads up for drivers in Dewey happening today. DelDOT will have lane closures along Route 1 at Dickinson Avenue. DelDOT says crews will be installing new utilities in the area, and that means some temporary lane shifts overnight. So expect workers and maybe a bit of delay.
Got a quick heads up for drivers in Dewey Beach. Emergency closure. Sorry, Grace, I was on the wrong read on that one. Let's go to this one here. An emergency closure is now in place on Coverdale Road in Seaford. According to DelDOT, it's located between Hastings Farm Road and Seashore Highway. It's expected to last until mid-December, and officials say this is so crews can complete bridge inspection and repair work.
And a record number of people are expected to spend the upcoming Thanksgiving weekend shopping. According to the National Retail Federation, nearly 187 million people will be shopping from Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday. That's an increase of 3 million shoppers from last year, which was the previous record. According to the survey, Black Friday and Cyber Monday will be the top shopping days, and the top 3 items on people's lists: number 1, clothing; number 2, accessories; 3, gift cards and toys.
Eli Lilly has just hit a milestone. It has become the first publicly traded healthcare company to reach $1 trillion in value. The exclusive club has been dominated by tech giants such as Nvidia and Microsoft. Eli Lilly stock has surged thanks in part to its hold on the weight loss drug market. The 150-year-old company is the maker of Mounjaro and Zepbound.
Well, we have a beautiful start to the week here on Delmarva. Mostly sunny skies. Will be in the 50s. We're going to be surging into the 60s Tuesday and a Wednesday ahead of a strong cold front that's going to bring rain and then a big cool down as we head into the all-important Thanksgiving holiday. We'll talk more about it right after the break.
Time is 5:16, and you are looking live at the early morning scene in Delaware's capital city of Dover. And Chris, we are starting this week with a very nice fall day.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we're going to continue that momentum we had yesterday. The sunny skies, temperatures are going to be in the 50s. Just a beautiful day. Cold start, though. We're seeing temperatures in the low to mid 30s, especially inland. Some of our colder, more notorious spots. 32 in Harrington, 33 Seaford. We're at 35 Millsboro. A little milder at the beaches, 42 in Bethany Beach, and we're at 41 in Rehoboth. So we're clear, calm winds out there, and we're going to stay that way through the day today. High pressure back off through portions of Ohio, West Virginia. That's going to continue to push eastward, and we're beginning to see this area of low pressure across Texas and Oklahoma. This is our next system that's going to be impacting us not till tomorrow, and then we're going to see a pretty strong cold front come through on Wednesday. We're at 33 right now in Salisbury. Temperature going to be rising to 46 by around 9 under mostly sunny skies. So we'll top out around 55 in Georgetown today, 55 Dover, 57 in Cambridge to 53 in Denton, 57 Berlin, and 55 in Ocean City. So there's those mostly sunny skies through the afternoon, partly cloudy overnight with increasing clouds through daybreak Tuesday. So a lot of clouds in place for Tuesday. I think most of the day is dry, a little milder too, lower 60s ahead of some scattered showers that are going to be rolling in tomorrow afternoon, late in the afternoon through the early evening. This rain will generally be on the light side. Then as the cold front gets closer on Wednesday, we'll see another round of scattered showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder as we go into the day on Wednesday. Temperatures ahead of the front are going to be surging upper 60s to near 70. Then that secondary front will be coming through Thanksgiving. Now rainfall totals between about Tuesday night through Wednesday afternoon, on the order of about 30 tenths to as much as a half an inch of rain. So not a tremendous amount of rain, but we surge, as I mentioned, to 68. That cold front comes through, and then we take a big nosedive as we go into Thanksgiving. High pressure is going to be building in a big trough across the east, and it's going to feel like winter as we head into Thanksgiving. But the good news is we're going to be on the dry side through Black Friday, and even in the start of the weekend before another system arrives. Looks like late Sunday through Monday. So we're at 55 today, a marvelous day. A slight breeze will kick in, about 20 miles an hour through the late morning into the afternoon. 37 overnight with increasing clouds. A chilly night. We're 62 into Tuesday with those showers developing primarily late afternoon through the evening hours, and then we stay generally dry in through your Tuesday, 62, and then where you see those showers roll in late Tuesday through Wednesday, we're going to see potentially even a rumble of thunder as we go into the day on Wednesday. Then we take that big dive in temperature. In fact, we may hit our high of Thanksgiving just after midnight. Most of the day is going to be in the 40s, mostly sunny, and then we're looking at, well, some cold winter-like temperatures as we go into Black Friday, 42. And then we'll gradually see temperatures turn milder into Sunday with a temperature of 55 degrees. So all in all, a kind of an up and down week as far as the temperatures go, but not a whole lot of heavy rain to deal with. Just that batch of thunderstorm activity potentially into Wednesday morning through Wednesday afternoon.
Thank you, Chris. Near the West Ocean City Harbor, dredge burden is clearing out the channels. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers plans to remove about 5,000 cubic yards of sand and debris from the area. For the dredge burden, the process includes sucking material into the vessel, and then once the boat is full, the crew heads miles away to dump the material. Captain Martin Willis emphasizes teamwork is needed to keep operations running smoothly. And according to Captain Willis, dredging operations will continue through tomorrow, November 25th.
And in July, nearly 8,000 cubic yards of dredge material were removed from the 3 priority areas within the inlet channel. So all in all, it would be about 13,000 cubic yards to be dredged. Dredging will resume after Thanksgiving on November 29th, and the Army Corps says dredging operations will cease once the area is at an appropriate depth and cleared for vessel traffic.
Up next, holiday blood shortage. We'll tell you why the blood bank of Delmarva says donations during this time are especially urgent. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
The Blood Bank of Delmarva asking the community to give back this Thanksgiving season. Donations always drop during the holidays, and in 2024, Thanksgiving week donations fell about 35%. Staff say that the pattern is starting to repeat itself this year, and right now the blood bank has a 4-day supply instead of the recommended 7, and several vital types, including type O, are down to a 3-day supply, with EMS in all 3 counties carrying whole blood and Delaware State Police aviation units now equipped too. The blood bank says the need is growing as donations slow.
There's a lot of need for blood all the time. It's a need that never goes away, and you never know. It could be a family member of yours, it could be a community member of yours, it could be a total stranger that needs blood or a blood product. So this is a great way to continue to give back, give into that Thanksgiving spirit, that holiday spirit of giving.
Very admirable cause. And now through the 30th, anyone who does donate will receive a free Lifesaver t-shirt as a thank you for supporting the community.
We have cold, dry conditions this Monday morning across the peninsula. Live look into Ocean City, 46. That's actually one of our milder locations. We're in the 30s, well inland. Plenty of sunshine through the morning and afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful day. Winds will pick up a bit through the afternoon, gusting to 20 miles an hour. We're going to generally be in the low to mid 50s across the coast today. 40s in Lewis through the morning, and then we're up to 51 by around noon. Clouds will be increasing as we get into the evening and specifically overnight. Cambridge, beautiful afternoon there. Those winds out of the west-northwest, anywhere between about 20 to 30 miles an hour. Crisfield, 53 by around noon. Congratulations, too. We have Jennifer Kerrigan, Millsboro, Delaware, on winning an umbrella from Coast TV. And as always, you can call the First Alert Weather phone for for your latest forecast. We have, a temperature roller coaster here over the next few days, and we'll talk about some rain moving in tomorrow afternoon through Wednesday. I'll have details on how much rain we can expect to see and if it'll clear out in time for Thanksgiving coming up in the next half hour.
And coming up, back pay in progress. We'll tell you when the government says all TSA workers should receive back pay after the historic government shutdown.
Also, Selbyville development discussion where they are looking to build a new community in the town.
And more development in Milford. We'll tell you how large of a project is up for consideration tonight with city leaders. CoastTV News Today returns after the break.
Now on Coast TV News.
Plan ahead passage, the recommendations for the Bay Bridge on one of the busiest travel days of the year.
More Milford housing where the growing city is eyeing new townhomes.
Plus, growth debate, the area in Selbyville that could address a housing need in the Sussex County town.
It's a cold start to our Monday. Temperatures are in the 30s, tracking sunshine, but big changes are coming. Milder temperatures, scattered showers, and then a big temperature plunge through Thanksgiving.
This is Coast TV News Today.
November 24th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly. Thank you for being up with us today.
6:29 a.m. Not a pleasant morning for our Eagle fan friends out there. Chris and our producer, Alyssa.
Yes.
Although Alyssa's she's still talking Super Bowl.
Oh, of course. Well, she's the beautiful optimist as she is. She keeps us going in the morning times. And I have to say, it was a rather solemn and somber day walking into the station here. Chris at the weather desk, head hung, sad about his Eagles.
Chris, you're sad this morning. Let's get the first alert meteorologist, Chris Master Bono, with a look at the forecast. Forecast, though, should cheer you up, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's weather to talk about, but I mean, you know, it just was just a horrible end of the weekend, especially as, what was it, about 7:30, right before I went to bed. Yeah, it was a bad way to go to bed. Well, yeah, we're going to have sunshine today, and it's going to continue. We had, 57 was the hot temperature over the weekend, and we're going to be right around that today, maybe a degree or two shy of that through the afternoon. 33 in Salisbury, so maybe a little frost in that windshield this morning, especially for our interior towns. 33 Seaford, we're at 33 Delmarva, 33 Renton, a little milder along the beach. Beach is 41 in Rehoboth, and we are at 45 in Ocean City. Clear skies, calm winds, and it's going to be a beautiful afternoon throughout the Delmarva Peninsula's high pressure just off to our west there is going to continue to push over the region. So sunshine today, a little breeze will kick in late this morning through the afternoon, gusting to near 25 miles an hour. Clouds will be increasing through tonight into Tuesday. That's ahead of showers that will be arriving by tomorrow afternoon through the evening. Then it's going to be turning quite mild as we go into the day tomorrow, even with the cloud cover, and then it gets even milder into Wednesday ahead of that stronger front. So we're mostly sunny through the coast, inland, eastern shore, topping out generally in the mid-50s, and that wind, as I mentioned, out of the northwest will gust as high as 25 miles an hour. We'll talk about temperatures making, believe it or not, a run at 70 degrees across some parts of the area as we go into Wednesday, but then some big changes as we head into Thanksgiving. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. Our top story this half hour, Carlisle Lane LLC hopes to transform a Milford grassy lot into a 39 townhouse development on Truett Avenue.
Our Lisa Weber is live in Milford, where we could see a decision on this made tonight. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. We spoke with Milford City Mayor Todd Collada about the development that's proposed for this area where I am standing right now. And he said that that city council meeting tonight will actually have a final public hearing for this project, which means we could see a decision possibly either for or against this development to move forward. And previously, the owner of this land told CoastTV that the current plan calls for 8 units per acre, which is less dense than the city's 12 units per acre zoning allowance. Collada said he's hopeful that this development gets approved tonight, saying it will be good for the city. But back in August, the Milford Planning Commission voted to recommend that the City Council deny the development here. Mayor Collada tells us because of that, tonight's decision would need a super majority to pass, meaning 6 out of 8 council members must say yes. And we spoke with one neighbor who worries that this development could be a safety hazard.
I think that this street is really busy. There's a lot of development going on. I think that the creation of apartment complex right here. It's just going to congest this street so much more. There's a lot of little children that run up and down this street. We are also on a side of Milford where kids just kind of run around and do their thing.
And tonight's city council meeting will take place at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
Thank you, Elisa. Also taking place at that city council meeting in Milford, the Carlisle Fire Company asking for more money. According to the agenda, the council is expected to consider approving money for the company. It would go towards a public safety enhancement fund. And that's according to the agenda. You may remember during the summer, the Carlisle Fire Company had expressed concern over rapid growth, creating a larger need for emergency services in the area.
Happening today, Selbyville officials are expected to discuss more housing. According to the agenda for the Planning and Zoning meeting, developers want to build a 32 single-family home community. It's called Heron Cove. The neighborhood is located at Lighthouse Road and Lynch Road. The commission is meeting today at 4 at Town Hall.
Now taking a live look at the Bay Bridge, and there may not be much going on right now. Some people starting their morning commutes out there, but traffic likely to increase as the week continues. If you're heading over for Thanksgiving, the Maryland Transportation Authority wants you to plan ahead. Officials say two-way traffic operations may help to ease delays, but that depends on weather and westbound traffic. On Tuesday, they say to head out before 1 p.m. or after 8. On Wednesday, it's before 9 a.m. or after 7. And as for Turkey Day, anytime before 10 a.m. or after 3.
Thanksgiving having an impact on a lot of areas, including schools across Sussex County. They're preparing, or some are already celebrating a Thanksgiving break. Students in the Cape Henlopen School District, they're off the entire week. That's now through Friday. Indian River says Thanksgiving break takes place Wednesday through Friday. Students at the Wicomico County School District are also off starting Wednesday. Worcester County School District says students have off Wednesday through Friday.
And Sussex County community is also preparing for the Thanksgiving holiday. Rehoboth Beach says offices will close Thursday and Friday, with the tree lighting taking place at 6:30. A lot of people looking forward to that. Lewis City officials say offices will also close Thursday and Friday. And in Milton, according to the town website, offices are only expected to close on Thursday. Bethany Beach says their offices will close Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving.
This just in, the war in Ukraine could be at a critical juncture. U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they're refining a ceasefire plan.
It's a plan that stemmed from earlier talks between the U.S. and Russia, and Amy Kiley shows us how they could be taking a step towards ending the war.
It is probably the most productive day we have had on this issue, maybe in the entirety of our engagement.
U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they're making substantial progress with ceasefire talks. That's after they met in Geneva, Switzerland yesterday.
Дипломатія активізована. Це добре.
Diplomacy has been activated, which is good, very good. We expect that the results will be the right steps.
The negotiators are working off President Donald Trump's 28-point ceasefire plan. It stems from U.S. talks with Russia. Bipartisan critics say the original favored that country too much. Now, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says U.S. and Ukrainian negotiators have been modifying the plan. He says the remaining issues are, quote, not insurmountable. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky appears to share Rubio's optimism. He says Trump's team appeared to be listening.
The first priority is reliable peace, guaranteed security, respect for our people, respect for everyone who gave their lives defending Ukraine from Russian aggression.
In a statement, U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they're working toward, quote, aligning positions and identifying clear next steps. At some point, those steps have to involve Russia once again.
Like any final agreement, they'll have to be agreed upon by the presidents. And there are a couple issues that we need to continue to work on.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Now taking a live look at Washington, D.C., one of the more controversial initiatives of the Trump administration has come to an end early. The Department of Government Efficiency no longer exists. And new overnight, that's the world from the government's chief human resources officer. And the department was supposed to be in operation until July of next year. The government's chief human resources officer saying that it will be up to individual agencies to carry out DOGE's cost-cutting mission. And that efficiency remains a core objective of the Trump administration.
As the holidays approach, some relief for tens of thousands of Transportation Security Administration workers. A TSA spokesperson says about 90% of the workers have received back pay now that the government shutdown is over. The TSA workers missed several paychecks during the country's longest shutdown in history. And we have a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, Code Purple prepares. We'll tell you what the organization says it needs to serve those in need this winter season.
Also, second half collapse, how the Eagles, they let one get away from their hated rival, the Cowboys.
And more hours for more food. We'll tell you about extended hours at the Food Bank of Delaware this week. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
Well, it's Monday morning, but we have a big week ahead of us with travel, eating, and some football, some great food as we take a live look in through Dover. Right now we're at 44 degrees and temperatures are quite chilly away from the beaches. We're at 31 in Harrington, 33 in Laurel, 34 Willards, and 35 in Long Neck. Clear skies, dry conditions throughout much of the mid-Atlantic, but clouds will be increasing overnight ahead of a system that will bring scattered showers Tuesday, and then a strong cold front's going to be pushing through the area Wednesday. That will bring another round of rain and maybe even a rumble of thunder as we go in through Wednesday afternoon. So temperatures start in the 30s this morning, wall-to-wall sunshine through the afternoon. We'll see a little bit of a breeze kick in late this morning through the afternoon with gusts to near 20-25 miles an hour. We'll top out in the mid-50s. We'll talk more about the rain moving in Tuesday and that all-important Thanksgiving forecast here in minutes. Matt.
Okay, Chris, got some new data from the Maryland State Climatologist Office. It shows October was colder and much drier than normal, which they say pushed drought conditions across nearly all of Maryland. Some eastern shore counties saw about 50% less rainfall than average. Officials say Chesapeake Bay water temperatures were also cooler than usual, with temperatures about 3 to 4 degrees below normal. This was especially present in the lower bay and Chincoteague Bay near Wicomico County.
And the Food Bank of Delaware is extending hours at the Milford and Newark Healthy Pantry Centers to serve more families. According to officials, the food bank helped nearly half the number of families it would normally serve in an entire month in the past week. The extended hours are as follows: Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Tuesday in Milford, 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., Friday, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., and Saturday, not including November 29th, hours are from 9 a.m. to 12:30.
Cowboys week for the Birds, and heading into Sunday's game in Dallas, the Eagles had the best record in the NFC and were riding a 4-game winning streak. Their hated rival looking for a win to get back to 500. And the Eagles were rocking my favorite look. Look at those Kelly Greens, everybody. First quarter, Jalen Hurts was rocking the pass to A.J. Brown. Touchdown Eagles and a 7-0 lead. And then later in the quarter, Hurts on the keeper. 14-0 Birds, and everything was going according to plan. It was actually a 21-0 lead at one point, but here in the fourth, Cowboys tie the game when Dak Prescott keeps it, and he dives, and shockingly, it is 21-all. Under a minute to go, Prescott burns the Eagles defense with a 24-yard connection to George Pickens. This takes it to the 22-yard line, and it sets up the final play of the game. Brandon Aubrey hits the game-winning 42-yard field goal. It is a stunner in Big D. Eagles lose 24-21, and Sports Talk Radio in Philly should be a little spicy this morning. To Baltimore, Derrick Henry had 2 rushing touchdowns. The Ravens overcome a lackluster start to defeat the Jets 23-10. Ravens have now won 5 in a row, and with the Steelers' loss, look out. Ravens are tied for first in the AFC North. Sunday college hoops, Delaware playing in the Jacksonville Classic. They lose by 20 to Southern Illinois. It's a 1-4 start to the season for the Blue Hens. And Delaware State ventured to the ACC, and it was not pretty. Hornets only shoot 26% from the field and losing to Miami 97-41. And coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, 5:30 p.m., Gerstal Academy takes on St. Peter and Paul at some boys basketball, and then you can catch the final score at 10:30.
Matt Pensick with all you need to know in the world of sports. And today in entertainment news, teenagers who fight demons and football players who rap. Here's David Daniel with the Holidays Minute.
We have a plan. It's a bit insane.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
No idea, but I think we should find out.
Netflix has unveiled the official trailer for Season 5, Volume 1 of Stranger Things. The action begins a year and a half after the end of Season 4, as the entire gang gathers to fight the final battle. Volume 1 debuts Wednesday, followed by Volume 2 on December 25th, and the series finale on December 31st.
What do you think of football players doing a rap song and a line dance?
I didn't come here looking for trouble. I just came to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
What the heck have we gotten ourselves into?
Here's a blast from the past. The Shuffle looks at how the 1985 Chicago Bears recorded the Super Bowl Shuffle before they'd even made it to the big game. The documentary shuffles onto HBO Max Tuesday. Strutting for fun in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And if you're having a rough week, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and so much more. You can sign up now for free at coasttv.com/signup to get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday. The holiday season is here, and so is the return of our holiday house. This is where people can submit pictures or videos of their holiday decorations, and we'll show them right here during our newscast. To start sending in your photos, just head to our website, coasttv.com/holidayhouse. The time is now 5:48 a.m. as we are taking a live look out into Ocean State. It's a little dark, Chris, and something you've used to describe the week of weather that we're looking forward to is a roller coaster.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go from wearing a t-shirt on Wednesday to needing a winter coat by Black Friday. And we had some beautiful temperatures over the last few days. 57 was our magic number in Georgetown. We hit that high over the last 3 days, and we're gonna be right in the mid-50s for highs once again today. We're at 45 in Ocean City. It's a dry and cold start. Some of us near the freezing mark, 32. Harrington, 33. Laurel, 34. Bridgeville, the cool spot there. Harrington, 31. And we're at 41 in Bethany Beach. Winds are calm. We'll see a few breezes kick up late morning through the afternoon, 20, 25 miles an hour. But we're going to stay pretty dry over the next really 24 to 36 hours. High pressure back off to our west. Here's our area of low pressure. This is developing across the Central Plains. That's going to be bringing us around to showers by the time we get into Tuesday afternoon. You can see temperatures are going to be all over the place this holiday week. We surge to near 68. Some of us are going to touch 70 on the peninsula on Wednesday, and then we take a big nosedive with highs back in the low 40s by the end of the week. We're at 55 this afternoon in Milford. 55 Rehoboth, 57 Cambridge, 53 in Denton. We'll see a high of 53 Princess Anne and 57 in Berlin. So there's the clear skies through the afternoon, partly cloudy through the evening, increasing clouds overnight in through the day on Tuesday. Milder as a warm front pushes through. We'll be back in the lower 60s, and then there's the scattered showers rolling in late Tuesday afternoon through the evening. So Tuesday evening is going to be a rather damp evening. Then we'll see a little bit of a break in the action ahead of more scattered showers that are going to be rolling in Wednesday afternoon through Wednesday evening, and some of those showers could produce even a rumble of thunder as that stronger cold front pushes through. But temperatures ahead of the front are going to be surging, as I mentioned, into the upper 60s to right around that 70-degree mark. Now, rainfall between Tuesday night through Wednesday night, we're looking at only order of upwards of a half an inch of rain throughout the Delmarva Peninsula. Then as we go into Thanksgiving, a stronger cold front's going to be pushing through, ushering in that cold, drier air, and we turn quite blustery as we go into those shopping days, Friday through the weekend. We're going to stay dry. That is the good news. Then we're looking at our next system arriving, looks like late in the weekend. I think most of the weekend is dry, and then showers will be arriving late Sunday through your Monday. So we're at 55 today. Slight breeze, so the winds will be out of the north at about 20 miles an hour. 37 for overnight with increasing clouds, so a chilly night. We'll see a high of 62 in through Tuesday, so cloudy skies. Most of the day is dry with scattered showers developing late in the afternoon through the evening hours. And your 7-day forecast shows 68 Wednesday with those scattered showers and even a rumble of thunder possible. Then those temperatures are going to be taking a nosedive as we go into Thursday. So Thursday for Thanksgiving, we're going to be mostly in the 40s, feeling like the 30s. And then by the time we get to Black Friday, look at that, 42 degrees, but it's going to feel like the 20s with, we're going to see wind gusts as high as 40 miles an hour. 44 Saturday, a nice dry start to the weekend. And then we'll have that chance of a shower rolling in late Sunday with a high of 55 degrees. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. Sussex County's Code Purple programs need some more volunteers. The program offers overnight shelter to men and women who are in need. It gives cots like these to people from December 1st into March. And with the weather getting colder, as Chris mentioned, Code Purple organizers say that volunteers would stay overnight and help to make a difference.
When people get involved, they're not just sleeping on a cot, they're giving up to 14 people another day, a safe, warm place to be, and it just helps people feel like they have hope for tomorrow.
Those organizers say the Seaford, Milford, and Georgetown locations are especially in need of volunteers. And the time is now 5:53. Time to check in with our coastal pet of the day, Matt!
I love this picture. How about this one? In this hour, our coastal pet is a senior dog who's still young at heart.
Oh my goodness.
And his 14-year-old Nano loves laying with mini tennis balls, car rides to the beach, chasing squirrels, what dog doesn't, and getting into trouble. This dapper dachshund was submitted to us by Jen and Brian in Salisbury.
Oh, he is very dapper, and we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. You can send us photos, tell us what makes them so special, and if you take a look at your screen.
That's where the QR code is. Scan it, get your friends to us, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Cold start. We're in the 30s this morning. Wall-to-wall sunshine through the afternoon. Winds will pick up a bit, 20-mile-an-hour gusts out of the west-northwest. Clouds will increase tonight ahead of showers that will develop Tuesday afternoon. Milder as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday as we surge back into the 60s. Could see even a rumble of thunder as we go into Wednesday afternoon ahead of a strong cold front that's going to be bringing in cold, drier air just in time for Thanksgiving. 47 degrees, and it gets even colder as we go into Friday, 42, but feeling more like the 20s with wind gusts upwards of 40 miles an hour. And then we'll gradually see milder air by the second half of the weekend and early next week as we get into a bit of a more of an unsettled weather pattern as we kick off the month of December. Man, this month flew by, didn't it? Yeah.
That looks like a cold weekend coming up.
It is. Yeah, it's going to be a blustery day for shopping if you're heading on out. It's going to be sunny, dry, so that's good news, but just warm.
But cold. All right. Thanks, Chris. Coming up in our next hour, townhome talk, how a housing need could get addressed by Milford officials tonight. That and more when we continue with Coast TV News Today.